it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. So we're going to be doing another first impressions today. This is for August. I've got a lot of very exciting products to try out. Like, I'm eager AF to get this on my face. I've got some Fenty Beauty, which excites me a lot. I think I'm going out soon, so I don't want to spend too long doing this. Also, I want my makeup to turn out nice because of that, but I didn't get any eyeshadow, so it shouldn't take me too long to do this makeup anyway. So this is going to be quite a simple look, but I've definitely got a full face of products to try out, so don't worry about that. I think what I'm going to do is do what I normally do in my first impressions and start by testing out the concealer in my eye area. And I decided to buy the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer. I got the shade 105, which I'm pretty sure is the second lightest shade. I think the first lightest shade is like kind of pinky tones, so I went for this one because it was more warm toned. It's definitely looking very warm toned. Is it going to be lighter than my skin or deeper? We'll find out. I almost don't really mind if it's like a bit lighter because then I can use it to brighten, but then if it's the same as my skin colour, then I can use it all over. So what I like to do is just put it on one eye, so then you can kind of see like what the coverage is like just in my eye area before we put it on our face. So you can see any like texture, discoloration, veininess that I've got going on here. So right, oh my god, it's so yellow. Like, that is like, it kind of looks like a yellow colour corrector. I feel like I could definitely use that to like brighten. I don't know, like I'd have to put foundation on to see how suitable this colour is, but holy crap, is that yellow. But it's also very pale, so that's good. I didn't want to try the foundation by Fenty Beauty, like the Pro Filter one, because I've heard it's quite dry and like, I don't know, I just feel like I've seen more bad reviews for that than I have good reviews. But I know they are releasing like a hydrating foundation, which will probably be out by the time I've uploaded this video. But I think with that, I'm just going to wait until the reviews come out, see what some of the YouTubers I subscribe to have to say about that one, and then I'll decide whether or not I want to buy it. But I definitely don't think I want the original Fenty Beauty foundation. I think that looks pretty decent. That's got some pretty good coverage. I mean, I think it's borderline full coverage. I don't know, what do you think? I mean, when I look at it, I feel like it has pretty much covered everything. Like, I can't really see the veins on my eyelids. I basically can't see them at all, really. And like, the bag under my eyes, like I don't really feel like I can see it, to be honest. So, I mean, I would say that is probably like a low full coverage, but I think it does cover pretty well. And I think my worry was I was worried that this would be like a bit too like dry in formula, but I don't feel like it's definitely not the most hydrating formula, but I don't feel like it's settled really like horribly into my eyes. Like, it has creased obviously, but literally all concealers crease in me, especially the more coverage they have, the more they seem to crease. You know what, I'm actually quite liking how that looks. Look at that, that is some pretty decent coverage, don't you think? I think once it's like blended out, it doesn't look as like yellowy, so that's good. Right, so I'm just gonna wipe this off, which is annoying. Why did I put so much product on? I've just wasted loads of product, and this is not a cheap concealer. Okay, so the next video that I'm gonna put up after this one is a full face testing out Carter Beauty, which is a newish brand that's come to Boots. I think it's an Irish brand, but I saw it on Boots and I was like, yeah, I want to try full face of that brand. But they did have two foundations, so I figured I might as well just try one of the foundations on my first impressions, and then obviously I'll use the other one in my testing Carter Beauty video. But I think I'm going to try this one out in this video. So this is the Carter Beauty Half Measure Dewy foundation, and I got the shade Marshmallow, which I'm pretty sure Marshmallow was like the lightest shade in all of the base products. It does look like it's going to be a bit dark for me though, so I am going to have to put a bit of wine mixer in with this, definitely. I was considering buying like the NYX, like I think it's called like the Tinted Veil or something, but I don't know, I just wasn't super convinced that I would be into it. I definitely want to try the new NYX foundation, which hopefully is going to come out in the UK soon. It's like, I think it's called the Born to Glow foundation. Definitely want to try that one when it comes into the UK. So I'll just put some of this on my neck so you can see what the shade's like. It's not like super dark or anything compared to my skin tone, but I definitely feel like I need a white mixer with this. It's not like super dark. I think with a little bit of white mixer it should be fine. But I don't think they really have like a particularly extensive shade range, which is a bit annoying. I mean, I feel like some of the cheaper brands do tend to not have decent shade range, but then at the same time, then I think of Makeup Revolution, which is like one of the cheapest brands out there, and they have like 50 shades in their foundation. So I'm kind of like, do inexpensive brands really have an excuse? Makeup Revolution's doing it, so probably not. So I'm going to use a bit of my LA Girl Pro Color foundation mixing pigment, the white one. And I'm just going to get a mix in the back of my hand. Okay, I think that looks light enough now. In fact, might have made it a bit too light. Yeah, I think I made it a little bit too light. Whoops. Yeah, I definitely noticed that it's got quite a thick formula, which I feel like when things come in droppers, you automatically assume it's going to be quite a thin formula, but that's not the case with this guy. Oh, I've made this way too light. So yeah, I literally have no idea what this is going to do. It's a dewy foundation. The foundation was too dark and now I've made it too light. I need help. Okay, I know that I'm pale, but I've made this too pale, like, oh my god. What have I done? Okay, so let's just focus on the foundation itself. I wouldn't say like it's super dewy or anything. Like it's definitely more, I would say like satin, like semi-matte. I don't think it's like super dewy or anything, but like it's definitely not matte. Absolutely not. I like it. Semi-matte is kind of my preference anyway. I think it looks pretty decent. I definitely need to not put in as much white mixer next time because I've made myself look ridiculous. I'm gonna have to bring a bit of this down my neck, I think. I think it looks nice. I do think maybe I put a little bit too much on because I have so much like freaking product on the back of my hands. Still got loads left. I think it looks pretty nice. I think the coverage is pretty decent. I would say like a kind of a high medium, I think I would say. Pretty decent coverage. But yeah, I think maybe I could have benefited from putting less product on because I feel like I have made it look a bit cakey. Yeah, I think it does look a bit cakey, but I kind of think that's my own fault because I put too much on. But it doesn't look bad. I'm going to bring a bit down my neck just because this is way too freaking light. Remember when I said I was going out today? First impressions, I like the foundation. I don't love it, but I also recognise that I would need to put less white mixer in and also less product on my face, so I'm gonna need to give you some updates in this one. Anyway, let's go back to our good old Fenty Beauty concealer. I'm gonna pop some of this. Let me just see what the colour's like. Yeah, it definitely looks darker than the foundation, which is a good thing today. So I'm gonna kind of hopefully be able to use this to maybe bring this a bit more back to my actual skin colour. Okay, I think that foundation's blended really nicely over foundation. I feel like it's kind of smoothed out the appearance of the foundation a bit, which is good. I don't feel like it's too like matte or dry. Like it does sit in the lines on my eyes, but like again, I think I'm off my rocks today because I'm putting way more product on my face than I need to. Like I didn't need to put that much concealer on, but I just did it, didn't I? Look like the ghost of Christmas past. This is ridiculous. Do you overall think my skin looks good? Like, I'm covered. Like, I'm a blank canvas, you know? Like, everything is looking pretty smooth. So, I think I actually do really like this Fenty Beauty concealer, you know? Foundation was pretty decent as well, but I do need to, you know, retry that one in different conditions. But overall, I think, like, base looks fine. We got a powder now, also from Fenty Beauty, which I'm excited about. It's a big boy. I decided to get the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder, which we all know comes in quite a few shades. I got lavender just because like I wasn't like 100% sure if butter would be like light enough. Like obviously it's quite like yellow toned, which would be good for me because I do have more warmer skin, but I just wasn't 100% sure, so I thought I'd go for lavender because this is like basically like white with a bit of purple twinge to it. So I thought I couldn't really go wrong with this sort of colour. Again, I do feel like when you've got quite heavy base products on, that doesn't always give your powder like the best conditions to work. But we'll see what this guy does for us when you itch your nose after putting makeup on. I am trying to try more loose powders because I used to be very like, I didn't really like loose powders, but I've kind of changed my mind now because pressed powders aren't really working out for me too well. So I'm wanting to, like, for the rest of this year anyway, just buy more loose powders. What I tend to do is, I don't really like baking, but what I do like to do is apply it with a sponge still, but just like press it into my skin, like all around, but like not with like excess product, just like enough to set my face. So that's what I'm going to try and do today, but I'm probably going to make a huge mess. Okay, so I'm just like going to pat out all of my creases in my eye area, and I'm just going to go around my whole face and set it with this powder. Wish me luck, because powder can often be where things go wrong for me, so... Okay, things haven't gone especially right in my eye area. Like, it's kind of bunched up a bit, but as I said, I think because I put too much like products on, powder just tends to do this when I have got too much product on. So I'm going to give this powder the benefit of the doubt. I just think my skin looks awful now. I feel like everything's gone really patchy. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all my makeup off. I'm going to redo it and put less product on, because I feel like I'm just wasting product now at this point. I feel like I know I can get better results from these products. So I think I'm going to go start again and then come back on camera with my base all done. Okay, 15 minutes later, we are back and it's looking a lot better, less cakey, no patchiness. Also, my colour is like on point now. I think we've actually got a decent match. I don't look like, oh, I mean I do still look like a ghost because I'm still pale regardless. I think the powder looks good. It still looks a bit like, it doesn't look super like, it's not separating my makeup or like looking really like crepey or horrible in my eye area, but it's not looking like perfect. But if you've watched any of my other videos, I always talk about how powders just don't agree with my skin. Powders just don't like me, especially my eye area. It always just goes wrong. But I just feel like it doesn't look too bad compared to most powders, like most pressed powders anyway. So I think that I could get along with that powder. I don't know, maybe if it's like the concealer and the foundation, like they just don't agree with the powder, or basically I'll just keep trying these products in different ways. I am obviously going to do like updated reviews on all of these products, but my base looks a lot better. I actually this time did put any white mixer in with the foundation, and like I feel like my colour looks absolutely fine now. I don't know if like the powder and the concealer helped with that, but it's definitely like a lot more, without the white mixer, it's definitely like a little bit more lighter coverage, but I still feel like it looks pretty nice on the skin. So this base I'm happy with. So let's move on to more products. So more Fenty Beauty. I've got the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker Instant Warmth Bronzer, and I got mine in the light shade, which is In the Sun. And it looks like it's going to be a pretty good colour for pale skin, so that's great. I think that should be a pretty decent colour for my skin tone. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw a load of this on and give me some definition back into my ghostly face. I really like this. The colour is pretty decent for my skin tone. You can really just like build it up like to the level you want it. It like doesn't come out too harsh, which is great. I think this is a really nice bronzer actually. Yeah, I really like that. I think that's like not too harsh, which is personally what I prefer for my bronzers, and the colour's great, so I think that could be a new favourite. I really like that. And this is our last Fenty Beauty product we've got, but look how gorgeous the packaging is. Like, I don't want to throw that away. That is like, it's so glittery. But this is the Fenty Beauty Diamond Bomb All Over Diamond Veil. This is a highlighter. So this is like £30, and that is really expensive for a highlighter. So, I mean, I don't know why I decided that I wanted to buy a £30 highlighter, but I did. So I really hope this is good, because that's a lot of damn money to spend on a highlighter. It looks super stunning. It's got like a kind of wet look to it, so I'm hoping this looks kind of wet on the skin. It has got quite a lot of like glitter in it, but I personally don't mind that, so should we throw some of this on? I don't know like what the best way to apply this is, like brush or, ooh, hello, or maybe finger? I have no idea. But oh my god, that is so sparkly. I mean, like, that is beautiful. It's so sparkly, shows up really pigmented. If you don't like glitter, I don't think you'd like this, but I got nothing against glitter personally, so I think that's really pretty. And it does look quite like wet on the skin as well. I think that's gorgeous. Do I think it's worth £30? Probably not, but I do like it, so yeah. We're gonna do our eyebrows next, and I've got two products that I'm gonna play around with. Brushing through my brows first. I've got the L'Oreal Unbeliever Brow Longwear Brow Gel, which is another one of these, like, I've tried a few of these recently. Ones where it's got like a doe foot, and then you can kind of, I never put the doe foot straight in my brow because I feel like that's a recipe for disaster. But I have got a way that I do apply these. I really like the collection one that's got a similar format to this, so hopefully I like this. I also got a micro brow pencil. This is from Makeup Obsession. This is the Brow Goals Angled Precision Tip Pencil in the shade Dark Brown. This is a micro brow pencil, but it's got a bit of a tilt to it, but it's still like really small, so I've never really tried anything like this before, so we'll see. So this L'Oreal thing, I'm just gonna get the doe foot out, and I'm gonna use an angled eyebrow brush, and I'm just gonna dip that onto the doe foot, wipe off any excess on my hands, and I'm gonna paint my brows on basically. So let's see how this goes. I think that's worked pretty well. It's not too harsh, it's quite natural looking. I feel like it is quite similar to the collection one, which I really like. Not bad. I do want to brush through the product a little bit though. I think that's a pretty decent brow product. It's a bit time consuming. I feel like my collection one doesn't take as long to fill in, but I think it works pretty well. Quite impressed with that. I do want to add a bit more definition though with the Makeup Obsession brow pencil. Yeah, I've never used a micro brow pencil with an angle before, so we'll see how this works. I just normally like to use these to just fill in any kind of like gaps or sparseness that's left over. I like those brows. They look kind of feathery, which is quite nice. I think this is pretty good too. I think that does the job. It just gives you like a little bit more precision. It doesn't come out too harsh or strong. Colour's pretty good. Yeah, I like both of those brow products actually. Normally when I do first impressions, my brows like end up looking like a nightmare, so it's nice when they don't look like a nightmare. So yeah, I think that's fine. So for eyeliner and my waterline, I've got this new one from Revlon. This is the Revlon So Fierce Vinyl Eyeliner in Midnight Mystery. It is just a standard black like kohl pencil. Yeah, it looks like a pretty standard kohl pencil, so I'm just going to pop this on my top and bottom waterlines. That is super pigmented, super creamy to apply. Assuming that this lasts well, that could be a new favourite kohl pencil. I like that quite a lot. I think I might just throw like a little bit of bronzer and highlighter just to create a very simple eyeshadow look. Yeah, so I'm just using like a sort of crease brush and getting some of the bronzer, the Fenty Beauty bronzer. I'm just gonna, ooh, this is not the brush that I wanted. Whoops. Okay, that's better. That's the brush I want. I'm just kind of like, basically putting this all over my lid. I'm just getting a bit of the Diamond Bomb on my finger. I'm just placing this in the centre of my eye. It's so pretty. See, as expensive as this highlighter is, I do think it looks absolutely stunning, so... Currently got people texting me, like, ready to go out, so let's wrap this up. So this technically isn't a first impression. I have tried this before. It's the collection Last Surge, but it was like over a year ago. I think it was like February last year that I tried it, and I only used it for like less than 2 weeks before I had to throw it away because I got a sty in my eye, which I think was unrelated to the mascara. But I didn't really get enough time with it. Very sad, but I remember it being like absolutely bomb. So I'm hoping that it is as bomb as I remember it being, because it is a very affordable mascara. Nice. I really like this kind of brush. It's not too like thick, but you know, hopefully it gives us the volume that I remember it giving. How is this $4.99 mascara so good? Like, look at that volume. Ridiculous. This is so good. Definitely as good as I remember it. Like, it's not taking too long either. Sometimes I find I'm like there for like ages to get the mascara to full impact, but I mean I am rushing, but I still feel like that's given the volume in a short space of time. I cannot explain how amazing this mascara is. Definitely better than I remember it being, actually. How is this $4.99 mascara like probably the best mascara I've used? Definitely, if you see that in Boots or Superdrug or wherever else you can get it, you need to get it. I know it's $4.99, but trust me, like, I bet there are high-end mascaras. Oh, I know that there are high-end mascaras that are not as good as this, for sure. So I was going to use this Carter Beauty. This is one of the matte lip tints. I was going to use this one in Joe, because it's quite a red. And then use this one, which is Saoirse. Oh my god, I'm sorry, it's that name. But I think I'm going to use this one instead, just because as I keep banging on about, I need to like leave soon, and I don't really want to wear bright red out. So I'm going to save this for my Carter Beauty video and use this more nudie one. Saoirse, that's it, isn't it? Saoirse. It says it's matte, so we'll see about that. The colour looks gorgeous. It is just ooh. Actually, that's a little bit lighter than I thought it was going to be, but we'll just pop it on and see what happens. Seems quite like pigmented and like opaque. That's actually quite pretty, and it doesn't feel as heavy as a normal liquid lipstick feels. So I've got all the makeup on, so I'm just going to quickly sort my hair out, clean up any mascara mess. I'll be back. Okay, all done. I think this makeup looks fresh, it looks cute. I was like a bit concerned halfway, but now I think it looks pretty good. I think the mascara really saved it. This lip product isn't drying down matte, but it feels like quite lightweight. It doesn't feel like sticky and like really glossy, but it's not matte, so I don't know, I kind of actually like it. I don't know if it's gonna dry down at all, but I like it because it's opaque. The colour's really nice. I actually really like this lip product, even if it doesn't dry down matte. In fact, I might prefer it if it doesn't. Yeah, I think there's a lot of really good products here. I really like the eyebrow products, the L'Oreal Brow Gel, the Makeup Obsession Brow Pencil, mascara I love, the Revlon eyeliner in my waterline I really love. I think the highlighter that I've put on my eyes as well, it's bomb. I think the bronzer is amazing. I think the foundation, concealer and powder, like I'm not going to sit here and say I'm in love with them from first impressions, but I definitely think they have a lot of potential to be decent products. I just need to play around with them more and like try them with like other products and stuff. So I'm not going to sit here and say like, yes, amazing, go buy the Carter Beauty Dewy Foundation, go buy the Fenty Beauty Concealer. Not that anyone gives a damn what I say about them, but I think that they're decent products. I just need to kind of work on the best way to use them. But I think overall, now that the rest of my makeup's done, I think my base does look fine. Like I feel like I've got coverage I need. It doesn't look too super heavy or cakey, so I think in the end they turned out alright, the base products. So I feel like overall, pretty much everything here, pretty good products. I don't feel like there's anything that's been bad. So this is a pretty good first impressions in my opinion. And I don't look terrible, which is great because I need to leave the house in like minutes. So thank you for watching this video. As I said, I'm going to have a full face testing Carter Beauty. That will be my next video after this. So I've got some more first impressions, which I do enjoy a good first impression. So the updated thoughts I have on these products will be in we're in August now, so it'll be in August/September makeup recap, because like every 2 months I'd like to do like just a makeup recap of all of the products I've tried, if I've got any updated thoughts, elaborations and any opinions that I have. So that video will be up in October, so bit of a wait, sorry. So thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.